What does it mean to work with a real estate agent? How much do they charge? Do I only have to have one, two, three? What is the deal? That's exactly what we're going to get into in today's video. What's up, guys? My name is Danny. I'm Cronin. I'm a real estate agent right here in Sonoma County with W Real Estate. And if this is your very first time to my channel, please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. I drop a video once a week, every single week, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. So if that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you're notified next time I drop a video. And if you don't know by now, I am a full-time real estate agent right here in Sonoma County. All of my contact information is down below. Call me, text me, email me, whatever is most convenient for you. With all that being said, let's get right into today's video. Okay, so let's first talk about what it means to hire a real estate agent as a buyer. What do they cost? Well, this is how it's all broken down. Real estate agents earn a commission per each sale that they complete, and they do not get paid until that sale has closed escrow. So for you as a buyer, once you get your keys to your home, that is when your real estate agent gets paid. And working with a buyer's agent, there's actually no fee when it comes to hiring a real estate agent. See, we get paid from the proceeds of the sale. That comes from the seller's proceeds and not yours. So being a buyer, the agent that you're working with is going to be getting paid once escrow closes. And again, those proceeds come from the seller. How many agents do I need? That is a good question. I get this actually quite often when it comes to working with buyers. I know it's very confusing. You see a house online, it's being advertised by a different agent, and then you know to reach out to another agent that has nothing to do with that transaction, and it's quite confusing. Here's how it all works. Usually there's a listing, and that means that there's a seller selling their property, and that seller has hired a real estate agent specifically for them. That means that agent is strictly looking after the buyer's behalf and making sure that that seller nets the most amount of money possible for the sale of that home. It's important to have a different real estate agent when it comes to that side of things, because simply, how can one agent be responsible for the buyer and the seller? After all, they are looking for two completely different things. The seller wants the most amount of money possible, and the buyer wants to buy the house for as cheap as humanly possible. So that is basically how a real estate transaction works. There's usually two agents involved. We do live in the state of California where one agent is allowed to represent both buyer and seller. In a lot of states, that isn't the case. It's important when you start shopping for a home very early on, you identify the agent you want to work with. Again, we work on a commission basis only. We do not get paid for showing you homes. We do not get paid for answering questions. We simply get paid when you get the keys to your new house. So it's very important to meet someone, talk to someone that you are interested in, that you know has your best interest at heart, that you trust, and all of these sort of things, because a real estate transaction can be extremely stressful, especially if the agent you're working with doesn't have a clue. Now let's talk a little bit about what it means to hire a real estate agent as a seller. You want to sell your house. You're interested in knowing what agents think it's worth. It's very important to interview a couple agents, because every agent has a different perception of the market, where we are currently, their projections, what's gonna happen, and also, more importantly, what your home is worth. Believe it or not, every single agent is gonna value property a little bit differently. What we do is we make sure we run comps in the area of homes that have sold recently that are almost identical to yours to narrow down the search. From there, we're gonna go in the home, take a look around, make sure that we have the right comps that we can compare your home to determine the best possible price. As a seller, how much do real estate agents charge? Now, this is not a set price. Every single agent has their own percentage that they like to work off of. I can tell you, usually commissions here in Sonoma County range from 5 to 6%. Now, how does that even work? Let's say it's a 5% commission. What happens is, after you sell your home, 5% of the purchase price goes to the real estate agents involved in the transaction. So as a seller, this does come out of your proceeds. And where does that money go? 2.5% of that 5% goes to the buyer's agent's broker. The other 2.5% goes to the real estate agent you hired. It goes to their broker. And then from there, that broker gives that real estate agent a little split. Everyone splits a little bit different, but usually that's how it works. If it's 5%, 2.5 goes to the buyer's broker, 2.5 goes to the seller's broker. The agents themselves from there just get a small piece of that 2.5%. When it comes to hiring the right real estate agent for you, you want to make sure that agent has a couple things. You want to make sure they're knowledgeable about the area. You want to make sure that they came to a reasonable price. And you want to make sure that this is someone you can trust. After all, they are going to be negotiating with you throughout the entirety of this transaction, and the level of money that the buyer brings forth is solely based on their negotiation skills. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, do me a huge favor, give this video a big like. Consider subscribing to my channel. Again, I drop a video once a week, every single week, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. If you guys have any questions about anything I just covered in this week's video or any other video or any other questions you may have, please feel free to reach out at any time. All my contact information is down below. Call me, text me, email me, whatever is most convenient for you. My name is Danny M. Cronin. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.